Colton RV creates fantastic memories that will change your life forever. Have you dreamed of getting into glamping in your own RV? Colton RV can help you take that step into the future with a new or used RV. Talk with a Colton RV team member online, by phone, or in person and see hundreds of RVs, from tent trailers to motorhomes and everything in between. It's all about great selection, unequaled service, and low prices. Open late at 2 convenient locations, one in Tonawanda and one in Orchard Park, New York. Now is the time to see the future at Colton RV.
Want to take your camping to the next level? Then why not try glamping? Welcome to RV Glamping Adventures, where you can have a little glamour with your travel adventures. Please join your hosts, Neal and Kathy, as they share RV glamping information, RV park reviews, product recommendations, and so much more. Here's Neal and Kathy.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of RV Glamping Adventures with Neal and Kathy. I'm Neal.
And I'm Kathy.
So, a week ago I went on a vacation. Well, I wouldn't call it a vacation, but
vacation.
It was hard. I went on a trip to take our oldest son Ian to his new job and his new life in Orlando, Florida. And that's a little bit of a distance from Buffalo, New York. So we have 4 kids. 2 of them don't live with us. They've been in college and haven't been in the house for a couple of years. 2 are still at home. But no one told me, and you, that this would be so hard for that, having the oldest one or any of them move further than, Sunday night dinner coming over and visiting.
Yeah, we really have had it pretty good because the 2 that they really wanted to be independent. I'm very proud of them.
Oh, very proud.
I always thought we were pretty cool to live with, but apparently these 2 wanted independence, and they've really done an amazing job.
They're
being
doing
independent.
Excellent. Yeah, really proud.
We've talked a little bit on our past episodes of how great. Well, we think all of our kids are great, but it's really neat to watch the first one, then followed by the second and the third, just seeing how they're each, taking on this big thing called life, and they really have become amazing people. And just watching our oldest, who left the home first, and then the second oldest left and moved in with him, and then moved out on his own. While now the oldest one has gone even further away. We were doing fine.
We were doing great.
We were really doing fine with them living a couple miles away.
Oh, it was excellent. And,
it was great.
We were really lucky that they'd come over. We would actually have the old-fashioned Sunday dinner, and all the kids would come by, and we'd have dinner together once a week at least. And
I really feel like we had the best of all worlds, because we hear sometimes, I really think 18 to 21 is kind of a tough age. They're kind of obnoxious. Everybody think they know everything. Yep. I know I did, and I mean our kids have done that too.
I was awful.
But it was great that it's like we were all getting along because they were close, and yet they could go home when, like, okay, now you're annoying me, go home. But it was a great situation, and what this opportunity that came up for Ian is amazing. He graduated this past December. I feel like 2015 was just a year of change.
A lot of change and transition for us.
Transformation, change. I thought we would be so good with change.
No.
And somebody should have told us how hard it was when they really, really leave home, is when they really, I think, move out of the area.
Well, and I think a lot of people, I'm hoping...
It's like a new category for me.
There's people that are listening, though, who have gone through this.
And they all survived.
Totally.
I feel, honestly, guys, I have had heart palpitations.
Yeah.
Neal left on Friday with Ian, and they drove down, and not in the RV, so what we're used to.
Well, I just want to take a couple minutes on that. I drove 21 hours in a 12-foot box truck that was a rental from Penske, not getting money
with
from
a trailer for the car.
With a trailer for the car. And the first 2 hours was through some sort of a snowstorm.
Yeah. And
it didn't get very good gas mileage, and it's not a big gas tank like what I get in the RV, so I was stopping every 150 to 200 miles for gas. And so we stopped about 6 or 8 times, and you couldn't recline the chair. It wasn't the nice captain's chair. You couldn't get up and go in the back and pee. It was totally different. There was no food available except we had a cooler.
Pee?
I said pee.
Great.
So, but there was no cooler. It was not what I'm used to traveling to Florida in, and we survived and we made an adventure out of it, and it was fun.
Yeah, they kind of went into this just knowing it was like an adventure. And they did really well, and they're both headstrong people, so I was really curious to see and hear how the 2 would get along with, from just the whole organization of it, because you guys each have your way of doing it. You're so similar. And they can get headstrong and kind of butt heads on my way. No, it's my way.
That's what I learned, actually. I learned a few things, and I don't know if anybody wants to know this, but when I was going down, I realized how similar my son is to me, and how much we're a lot alike with things. We're a little bit organized, and we have our own ways of doing things. But then I also noticed that I could sit back and let him shine, and I like that. And I actually really like that.
Who told you to do that?
Some smart lady. A really smart lady. And you were right, though. And that was just I just had 5 days of a gift where I was able, 4 days of a gift, where I was able to really learn, see who he is, and trust his instincts, and get to see, that he is going to be okay. And now, it's just, are we going to be okay is the question.
Yeah, he's actually fine.
He's fine.
Because somebody's living in our favorite vacation spot, and I've been getting pictures. The first thing he bought when he even got this job and this opportunity for moving down was the annual pass for Disney.
Oh, yeah.
So I know that you guys went when you were down there. You had some fun time.
And can I just say real quick that it was weird going without the family.
Yeah.
As much as I love Disney, it was weird without the family.
Yeah. So there he was today texting me pictures of, I think he went to Animal Kingdom. Yeah. And he was texting me pictures that he was there. And it's kind of even weird to see the pictures. He took one of the pictures of the pictures, that the memory makers that they make, and you could catch it. Here's him and some other family. You know what, though? He's smiling. He's having a great time. And I don't want to bore everybody and go on and on about this.
But
the point is, I think that, you know what, Neal, we did a good job.
We did a great job.
The other one's well on his way, and the third, he graduates next year, and guys, it's just all happening so fast. And it really made me realize we got an amazing email from one of our listeners.
It was a really, really nice email.
So we wanted to just, I don't know, it just kind of got us thinking. We're in this very nostalgic place.
Yes.
And this listener of ours, we really, really appreciate your letters that we get from you guys and any feedback. And, it was just it came at a moment I was just feeling kind of down, and, what's life all about? And what is it all for? They'll leave you anyway. Wah, wah, wah. I know, poor us. But you know what? All of that's paying off to here's this almost 22-year-old doing his thing, texting us, making his memories, and it's all good.
Smiling, lots of smiles.
We love him, he loves us. It's all good. And I really think so much of that, it's not just the day in and day out stuff that we tried real hard to do. But it's, for me, I'm just so glad that back in 2008 we got the RV.
And we got lucky with that.
And, we got this email from, what was his name?
It's Jeff.
Jeff.
Thank you for writing
Jeff,
this, Jeff.
I hope you don't mind me using your little bit of a story here, but we really appreciated hearing from you. And, here's this guy who shared with us, he's self-employed, and he's got a couple twin daughters, and they're vacationing and doing their thing, and they're saving up for, his big dream is to get into RVing, and
he wants to full-time with his wife.
With maybe a gently used diesel class, Class A, and really interested in that whole route, and just kind of sharing, and I really appreciate, I love that. I'd love to hear from you guys. And it just made me realize, here he is, he's still vacationing, and
he sounds like he's living life nicely.
Living life, and enjoying his time, and working really hard to try to retire early, and that's something Neal and I would love to be able to do, at least semi-retire or something. But just, he's got goals and living the dream, and it just made me go, you know what? It just, I don't know, it just set a whole different perspective. So we kind of want to just do this show as we're kind of just talking, and just, really discussing, we've done a show before on, why wait?
Yeah, I like that.
And I think that's an important thing to revisit, but to also enhance it in that, you got to have these goals and these things to look forward to, because it just seems like yesterday that Ian was leaving kindergarten.
Oh, yeah.
So, and once one starts to go, I just feel like they all start falling out of the house.
I felt like that in high school. Once when they hit high school, then he flew through high school.
I feel like that happens at middle school.
I
feel like elementary school is the longest for me. And as soon as they hit middle school up where we are in New York, it starts in 6th grade. And I don't know, it's boom, all of a sudden, Olivia was in middle school, now she's graduating 8th grade this year, and then she's high school, and then I feel like it's over.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to get down about that. I mean, it's a whole new chapter. It's exciting. It's great to see who they become. And, I hope everybody's making sure they're stopping and smelling the flowers and, following your dreams and goals. We've got a few friends out there. Another gal I've gotten to know, and I kind of consider her a friend at this point. We've become friends on Facebook, too, is my friend Anita, her and her husband have been looking from show to show, looking for, maybe they're enjoying the looking.
Well, can I tell you, I enjoy the looking still.
Oh, yeah. We're always
that is always fun.
looking at RVs, right?
Yeah, not other people. I swear to God, just RVs.
I just want to clarify.
Just RVs.
Okay, because we might have to talk.
I'm very happy.
Okay, but they're enjoying the looking, and at some point, I was kind of joking with her the other day too, like one of these points you're gonna have to jump, and go for it. But the research and all that. But I really want to focus on how do you get there? Yeah. There was a lady that was in our office today. Seeing Neal, who's a chiropractor, and she was talking about...
I'm a chiropractor.
Yes, you. I'm talking about you.
Okay.
She was talking about how it's her dream. We have a picture of Disney up in our office of this portrait of Minnie and Mickey looking at the castle, and that's like us. And she was looking at that. Oh, you guys go to Disney, and we got talking about it, and she was like, you guys have to go every year, and our vacation time this year is going to be really different. But we just really got talking about, how do you achieve these goals? We always say, why wait, go now. We want to inspire you guys to, follow your dreams.
Live your dreams.
But we want to talk a little bit about, how do you do that? How do you, and really it's reaching within yourself and looking deep into yourself, what do I need to do to get there?
Yeah. I mean, we were really lucky, and it worked out for us. In 2008, we went in and looked at an RV.
We were impulsive freaks.
We were very impulsive, and it just worked. We went in and we were able to find a motorhome that worked for us. We found one we loved. We bought it, and then we're now on our third one. And we've been able to travel and see lots of places with the kids and the family that we've otherwise. I don't think I was at one point we were taking 5 days off a year.
Wouldn't you so regret it if
it'd be awful?
Here's you coming back after taking Ian and everything. What if we didn't have all these great things, these moments
from before?
Yeah, all these moments that we've created and memories we've created since 2008 that we did as a family. What a shame. Yeah. That would have been such a different, I don't know.
It would have been
chapter in the book.
Where we were going was 5 days off a year, staycations, weekends off, things like that. And really we'd go, maybe a 4-day trip someplace and maybe go to Disney, things like that. But it was never what we do now. And what we've been able to explore with the kids. And we've really had adventures. You've listened to us dealing with, we've talked about how it broke down one time and we had an adventure with that. Or, just going to different parks and seeing things. We've gone from Prince Edward Island to Florida and everywhere in between that we could go. And we've had these adventures and experiences with the kids that if we didn't take the leap, and it worked out for us, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
And I think
we wouldn't have had those adventures.
I think even our role as role models. Yeah. I think it's our fault he's chosen Orlando.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's
we did this on ourselves.
I mean, there's so many places we love to go. Yeah. We always tend to focus on Disney, and I hope we've impressed upon you guys that there's so many amazing. We haven't even hit the iceberg here. We've got so many more things to see.
I want to just take a quick... One of the reasons I think, and I want to just clarify, I think why we like Disney so much is because we've had so many experiences with our family there, and that it's been able to transcend all the different ages.
Yeah, it ticks the boxes. It's just everybody can have fun at all different age groups.
It's the number one, every list I've ever seen, it's the number one rated RV resort in the country. And then there's other ones that we've been to that are excellent. And there's some really great places out there. And a lot of, even the smaller campgrounds that people go, I don't know, they're awesome. You can have a great time if you go with an open mind and experience things. But for us, Disney ticks the boxes. Yeah. So we go.
So when, if you are into RVing, and you must be if you're listening to us babble on about it.
And thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you for that. But, if you are into RVing and you're looking for somewhere different to go, and you can go there. And I did want to sort of bring in some of our shows going forward. I do want to kind of go back and discuss some of our parks that we've gone to and some of the reviews we've done. But at Fort Wilderness, it doesn't have to be this crazy place. We have... To me, it's a real place of solace, actually. And it's very peaceful if you want it to be. Yeah. You can, and I think any vacation, you can make it what you want it to be. I really find that place to be just, it's, there's woods, it's peaceful. Yes, there's Disney and music in the distance and things like that. But, there is a place there that you can also have a very adult vacation as well. So, like, it ticks boxes for all of us. The kids might be off at the parks, and Neal and I can go back to the RV and have a nice lunch. And we usually come back, take the dog out, and maybe go for a golf cart ride or a nice walk or whatever. Yeah. So it's always been a really positive experience for us, and we've been a lot. Even in tropical storms, we've been there. And we've made it a good time. It rained
for 7 days, and it was a great vacation.
But probably because of that, it's hopefully inspired our kids to take that leap of faith. Like, even though, I did do some research before we went and just bought an RV back in 2008.
Oh, yeah.
But
I did not.
I'm hoping we showed them to, believe in something and take that leap. Because sometimes you just have to go. It's great to dream, but do you want to spend your whole life just dreaming, or do you want to really make it happen? And I think that's the light bulb that went on for us. We were sitting and dreaming about it. Like, how many times I wish, and
I wish.
And then, you know what? I just got sick of talking about it, and so you put a plan into action is what we did.
And sometimes talking about things, though, like actually saying, you know what, I really think in 2 years or 3 years or whatever, I want to have an RV, or I want to spend more time with my family, or I want to go on vacations, I want to do things. Saying it out loud and really thinking about it really
I think
can
that
make it
starts.
happen.
Yeah, I really believe in, like, when you put things out to the universe like that, when you start talking about it, things really do start to happen. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that all works. I just know that it does work. I think we can all. It's magic, but I do think that there's things in life that. But you have to have a plan. So, this guy Jeff that wrote us, they've got a plan.
They have a plan. They're going to do it.
Our plan simply was we want to vacation more with our family.
Yes.
And, our next goals are much like Jeff and his wife, is that, they want to be full-timers. That's our ultimate goal as well. So, we're getting there right now.
Like part-time full-timers.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'd like to be in there as much as I'm here in our condo.
Yeah.
So 50-50, something like that.
That'd be nice.
So my goal is very loosey-goosey. I just know I want more of what we're doing, because we're already living the dream. And I get the best comments on the Facebook page, or some emails we get, things like that. You guys are living the dream, it's like they love sort of, I think, watching through us. But I would love to push that back on them and say, live this dream too.
Yeah. Have a dream and do something about it.
So I think let's talk about that. Like, how do you get there? I think for us, it's one thing to talk about it, look and research. The next step was going out and looking out there and seeing what there is, because you got to find out what's for you because of all the different models there are.
I think some of the first thing people should do is find out, because a lot of RV dealers don't really list their prices, and some do, and some you can get an idea what kind of unit's available. But I think checking with a bank and finding out what price limit you're qualified for really starts, at least on paper. They give you an idea of where you should go and what you should look at, and then
it's very much like, you can get pre-approved through your bank and that kind of thing too. I feel like they can, through within, however you want to go on with whatever buying power, but even stepping it back further than that is, you got to do your research first of what you're comfortable getting into. Then you can look at price point, because I think within every model, from ABC, C+, B+, all the different models, trailers, travel trailers, fifth
we've
wheels.
Seen B's way over 100.
Yeah, I think within each model, there's a massive range nowadays.
Totally.
And styles, you can look at different styles as well. Like, I'm talking aesthetics and things like that.
Sure. And what are your family's needs or your needs?
So, and then you can go in and kind of get pre-approved and see, okay, what kind of money, really what you're looking for is what can you afford every month and how much money can you put down?
Right.
And that's where the time factor comes in. Okay, how can I save for that?
And still keep in mind, you also have to pay for trips and gas and all those things too.
For us, it made the most sense because there were 6 of us. At the time, I was very enticed by the it being a second mortgage income interest write-off. That was huge for us. So that, to me, that made the most sense for any kind of to me, it was an investment. And, so there's a lot of things. You really got to do some research, and you can see that, you can hear about them all in our past podcasts and our blogs. So, you can get a lot of background information on that. But, okay, so you got to come up with, all right, here's my goal. I figured out what I want.
Yep.
Next step, okay, I need hey, I can go do it now. Like, maybe it's more affordable than you think.
That's the thing.
I think people, look at these models and go, Oh my God, they're like $500,000.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep watching like $1 million motorhomes and expecting they're all $1 million, that's not right.
Well, didn't you think before you and I got into RVing, you'd see some Class A drive by?
I thought it was like
we didn't know if it was gas or
300,000.
diesel. I didn't
Had
know
no
the difference.
idea.
They all look
No.
like they're $350,000.
Easy.
People look at ours and think it's $350,000.
Yeah.
Guys, it isn't.
No.
Nowhere near that.
We love it, and it's beautiful, but it was not that.
Very much within what we can afford.
Yeah.
We certainly live within our means.
Interest rates are good. Everything's
Interest rates
good.
are amazing. So, they only do pretty much, I think most places are 15-year.
Yeah,
right?
they're 15 to 20 year.
So I wouldn't say I do not get into a 20-year. Get into
No.
the shortest time frame you can, because you will be like the rest of us and jump into other models because you think you might need this model, this model, this model, and then you get into it, and within a year or two, you're like, I really need a TV on the outside, and I really need. And if that's what you want, and that's what life's all about for you, make it happen.
Exactly. This
But just know the one you start with probably is not the one you're going to finish with.
No.
So.
And we heard that at the dealership, and we didn't believe them, and
We're like,
we
yeah,
were
right.
wrong. We were wrong.
Well, the beds, the bunk beds, were for kids.
Well, and the kids,
and they're 6'2" and 3.
our kids
Couple
actually
of them.
couldn't stand up without hitting their heads on the
Yeah.
ceiling. So at that point, it was time for us
Yeah,
to
we
move
knew.
into something bigger.
You actually can outgrow an RV.
Yeah.
And sometimes the RV can outgrow you because
Yeah.
it gets smaller.
Yeah.
So you got to really assess your needs and figure out. But again, going back to all right, I really think for some people they'd be surprised at
I
the
think
cost.
I agree
It's
with you.
far more
Yeah.
affordable, and the perks of it
Yep.
outweigh the rest.
And then the other one of the things you have to think about too is, and this is just my opinion, is when you go someplace, look at the price versus a hotel, an RV park, a nice RV resort versus a hotel. I think the most we've ever paid for an RV resort was $125 a night, and I just paid $100
That's top end
for an okay hotel room.
Well, you were worried about bed bugs.
Well, exactly, right? So I know I don't
Roach
have bed
Motel.
bugs. So I don't remember the name of the hotel.
Well, we
but
were
it
always
was-
needing 2 hotel rooms because there's a few of us. I mean, for us, the price can be a little startling to some people at first, just because you're not used to having. Okay, I might have a mortgage payment or rent payment, and now I got this payment. Obviously, get pre-approved, live within your means.
Check your budget.
But where you save money is, for us, it was saving money on the flight.
Yep.
It was something we used all the time because it was sitting in our driveway.
Yep.
We cooked most of our meals. We cook. We go out to eat sometimes. How we do Disney. There's a whole blog I did on Disney. I think we did a show on it too.
Yeah, we did.
Way
We've done a
back
couple,
when.
I think.
We can do Disney so affordable. We can go for 2 weeks for 6 of us for under $4,000.
Which is
Food, gas,
and that's 6
park
of us.
tickets. 6 of us.
6 of us.
So there's ways to do it, and please go back and listen to that podcast. There's one that's specifically about how to do Disney on a budget, and I did a blog on that as well.
Yep.
You can check that out on our webpage. So there's ways to do this and cut corners, but the first step's got to be having the dream, and then making the dream come true. And I think a great thing to do is have a vision board.
You do.
I think is my favorite thing.
The vision board
is a
works.
vision board.
So do you want?
You explain it.
A vision board is kind of a neat thing, and somebody came to us and told us, we were trying to sell our house a couple of years ago, and they said, hit us in the head and said, you need a vision board. And we're like, huh? And the vision board is kind of like you put what your goals are, what you want very clearly on the board. It could be on a piece of paper. It could be on your fridge.
I literally did a picture of our house with a sold sign on it and put it on the fridge. And then what happened, Neal?
Well, it's sold.
It sold within 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, and that's happened a couple times to us, and it's been pretty neat. If we've had a goal of something, you put it out there. You just have to put it out there and believe in it. Do your research, make good decisions. Don't rely on fate so much, but fate is there.
When you put that out there, and I said, I'm kind of that person that whether. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing, but I really believe in just putting out good energy and putting out really positive thoughts.
Energy. Yep.
And I feel like when you put out something that's something this was something we really, really wanted, especially with the RV. That's just been one of our vision board things that we've done. And then you find ways to get there. Like if you know that saying, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
I just feel like I do that in most things in life. People do find Neal and I to be very positive people. And this is how we live.
If you believe, you can achieve.
Yeah.
I know that's geeky, but I do like it. I totally believe that.
I really think that if you believe in yourself and you believe in your dream, you will find a way to make it happen. I'm telling you, we would not have thought that in 2008 we could have gotten into an RV.
No. Or that we'd want to get an RV so bad.
And if it's meant to be, it'll happen too. And so sometimes the timing's not right. So that's a very important aspect of, I think, having that dream and those goals. Mm-hmm. You have to make sure. We thought about at one point going up another size in an RV when we weren't ready yet. And we pulled back on that and waited till the next year when the timing was better. So, we just thought we'd have like this random just discussion today about finding ways to sort of get to that point where you want to be in life. And, for us, it was about traveling. And our dream continues. We're going to keep traveling more and more and more. Okay. And now to obviously go see our kid.
Exactly. So thanks for listening. And
stay in touch with us. Email, Facebook, whatever. We'd love to hear from you guys. We love questions, show ideas, whatever. Stay in touch.
Fishing, hunting, boating, and the rest of the great outdoors 24/7, 365 on Reno Viola Outdoors Radio. Download the free Reno Viola's Outdoor Radio app or visit WRVORadio.com online.